Alright folks, we're back with another game of TimeGuessr, the game where it's kind of like GeoGuessr. You have to find where this location is on the map, make your best guess, but you also have to choose what year you think the picture was taken in. And I really enjoy it, so I'm just playing it again. Where is this? These words don't mean much to me. There's in the background, it looks like some kind of very official type thing. Are these interviews happening here? Probably. Ooh, what does this say? Something guys. Oh, brother, I have no idea where this is. There's a GoPro there. There's a protest of some kind happening, I think. Judging by the fact that there's someone carrying a sign over there. There's some kind of native clothes here. This strikes me as being... Oh, the life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness. That's Hawaii. That's Hawaii. I was gonna say it strikes me as like Polynesian or maybe even Hawaiian, like this writing. But I was definitely gonna be picking some Polynesian island. But this is Hawaii. So we are going to find Hawaii on this map. There we go. So where in Hawaii do we think this is? Who knows? I really don't know much about Hawaii. That probably gives it away as well to people who know. What is happening here? I guess it's a protest of some kind, yeah? Okay, here's a camcorder. This person seems to have a smartphone, but it looks a bit chunky. So I'm gonna say this isn't in the past like 5 years or so. But these cars also look fairly new, you know? So this isn't very long ago. I don't think this is more than 10 years ago. This is more recent than 2015. I think so. I could be very wrong, but I think so. I just wish there was something I could pull, like some bit of information. This guy looks like he's wearing fatigues. What's this tattoo? There's so many interesting things going on in this picture, and none of them really tell me anything. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think it's so random. There's something happening here, like some very serious discussion. This lady's holding a sign here, and these dudes are looking at it kind of disinterestedly. There's some photographers, just people standing around. These people are pointing their cameras over here somewhere, which makes me I don't know what's happening. Do we think it's on the Big Island? Like there's Volcano National Park. Then over here is another very this is Maui. This is Honolulu, the island of Oahu. Okay, I've got to make a choice. I'm gonna make a decision on the year. I'm gonna say this is pre-COVID, but not by much. What are we thinking? 2017. I'm gonna go with 2017. And I need to choose where I think. I'm just gonna go with the Volcano National Park. The way these guys are pointing over here, I'm wondering if there's like some eruption happening or something, and like there's I don't know, the authorities are trying to move some, there's some like native celebration that always happens in the same place all the time, and they're like, we are honoring our traditions, and the police are like, no, you have to move because of the eruption. Who knows? Like, this is just an entirely made up scenario in my head, but we'll choose over here near the road. I have no idea. This is just a completely made up scenario in my head, but I have to come up with some justification. It was 2014, so I wasn't far off. My location, I was on the correct island as well. Oh wait, Native Hawaiian activists forming a human blockade on the Mauna Kea, a sacred mountain in Hawaii, to protest the construction of the 30-meter telescope, which was planned to be the world's largest visible light telescope. Okay. So it wasn't about some tradition, ceremony. It was about protecting a sacred mountain. Interesting. We scored a lot of points. I really like this game because you learn random bits of history and news and stuff that I probably wouldn't have noticed otherwise. Okay, we spent like 6 minutes on the, oh my goodness, on the first round there. Okay, Kochstrasse. So this is like in Germany. This is in the Nazi era, probably in the 30s, I would guess. Okay, what do we got here? 4543 Kochstrasse. This is probably Germany, not Switzerland, right? Is this Berlin? Kochstrasse rings a bell to me, but there's another. This is Germany, I'm sure. It's not Switzerland. I know that now. It could be Austria, though. It also depends on the year. Like, is this post-Anschluss? Is this pre-Anschluss? I think these, what are they called? Zeppelins or whatever? Had their heyday, like, a good bit before World War II. I'm thinking mid-30s. Like, oh, when did the Hindenburg crash? That's something I'm not sure about. But, so, Hitler came to power in 33, I believe. World War II started in 39. I'm betting this is somewhere in the middle, 35, 36. Halfway in the middle between those is 36. I think. Like, that's my logic for the guess. We're gonna go to Germany. I'm just gonna go with Berlin because it seems like the most likely, but I have no idea. There's a Berlin Wall Memorial. I'm trying to remember. This is Tiergarten, Brandenburg Gate. I'm just zooming in to see Unter den Linden. Kochstrasse. Is it somewhere here? I'm not zoomed in to see most of the street names. Ah, Kochstrasse. There's Checkpoint Charlie. Okay, I think this is probably where we're at. I'm gonna put it on this intersection. Make a guess. Oh, I was 2 years off. It was 1938. Oh my goodness. Absolutely nailed that one, man. Sometimes having some knowledge of history comes in handy. Not that this is a meaningful thing, but it was. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm unreasonably proud of myself for getting the location that well. And also, I wasn't far off on the years. It's 2 years. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to know the difference between 1936 and 38. I think my reasoning was sound on that. It was just before World War II. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's move on to the next round. That was amazing. 9,800 out of 10,000 points. Oh my goodness. We are still in early 1900. Look at, oh, that's cool. Look at the ghosting on this car. Oh, this is a cool picture. I love this picture. I have no idea where it was taken. Optic. Stuk. Dom. Electromusica? Is this like Poland? Polish? Is this Polish? Pałaz? I don't know. Club. Janze. Oh my goodness. I honestly don't know location, and I don't know the year either. I have no, the cars are old. This is pre-war. Yeah. I was gonna, is it? This looks like a Black Mariah almost, you know? Does this mean Warsaw? I'm being drawn to guessing Warsaw right now. That's where my brain is going, but I don't know if that's a reasonable place for my brain to be going. Majestic. Look at these cars. This is such a cool picture, man. I love this picture. Saint Bazowski. Oh, I'm gonna look like a fool if this is not in Poland, but I'm really thinking this is Poland. I don't really have much to go on, but I'm gonna go Warsaw here. Let's see. Morskaya Zoological Garden. Mrał. Pausle? Centrum. Yeah, if it's probably somewhere in the old center. If it is here. Palace of Culture and Science. I'm wondering if this is pre-Soviet. Like, I mean, obviously it would be I'm pretty sure this is pre-World War II, I think. And then obviously if that's the case, it is before the Soviets were there, because they took over. Like, they had the non-aggression pact with the Nazis, and together they invaded Poland in 1939. The Soviets and the Nazis together. Very interesting part of history that a lot of people don't think about or remember. Royal Castle in Warsaw. Warsaw Barbican. Warszawa. Huh. I have no idea if I'm on the right track here, but I don't know. We're just gonna throw a guess in that area. The year for me, is this the 30s? Is this the 20s? I don't know. Is this post-war? Like, it legitimately could be post-war, but I don't think so. I think these cars look pre-World War II. I could be wrong, but I really think so. Oh, I love this picture. It's just fascinating to me. I feel like I've spent a lot of time looking at it. Yeah. Okay. F. Reingruber. Sklep fabryczny. Electric Musica. Creations Marel? I don't know. Miastrike the Pałaz? No. Could it be Poznan? Could it be Poznan? Pałaz. Oh, is it Poznan? Oh my goodness, am I gonna change my guess? Am I going to change my guess? That's the question. Wish I could see. Ratuzawa. Poznansky. What does this sign say again? Bzowski. I have no idea. But I'm gonna change. I don't know. I've done it. I've changed my location, and I'm gonna guess 1928. It was 35. It was 35, and it was in Warsaw. Oh man, I should have stuck with it. This that little ghosting sign here made me change my guess. I should have stuck with my guess. I was in Warsaw. Where was I putting my guess? Somewhere around Zentrum. Huh? Yeah, I was gonna guess somewhere in here. I would have been so close on my location. I still didn't have a bad location score. The year, yeah, I had no idea. No idea on that, but it worked. It was okay. 7 years off isn't too bad. All right. A car parked on the side of the road in downtown Warsaw, Poland. Okay. Nothing else going on there. That's such a cool picture, though. I love it. Quickly moving on to the 4th round. I feel like this video is taken... Oh, my goodness. These pictures are all so old. Is that a Swiss flag? These are wagons to be pulled by horses. Is this Switzerland somewhere? This is some kind of military operation for sure. What does that say? Tramway Saint Helen? Something? Oh boy. Okay, guys. Is there anything else that's going to tell me where this is? I'm sure there's some people that can see this and recognize the location. I am not one of those people. Okay. Let's see here. That's Austria. This is Switzerland. Geneva. I honestly have zero idea. Saint Julian at Genoa. I don't know. I feel like based on the fact that this is very pre-mechanization. This has got to be no later than like 1915, I think. It can be in France. I think it's somewhere in the French, like in Switzerland, but near France. That's what I'm trying to say. My brain can't even speak now. Could be Lausanne. But I have no idea. I think... Okay. Can I zoom out just a bit? Yeah, okay. Between Geneva and Basel, like halfway, there's Bern. I'm just going to guess it's somewhere here. I'm going to go further south, closer to Lausanne. Okay. And the year, it has to be... I mean, this can't even be 1920, can it? I think it has to be something World War I era, which pushes this earlier. But like the Swiss connection, I don't know what it is. Like they're just preparing their defense in case someone decides to invade them. Which makes me think then it's not Switzerland, you know, because Switzerland was neutral, right? But I don't know. I could be completely being led astray by this. It could be like a Red Cross, except obviously it's White Cross, but you know, it could be anything. It could be anything. I have no idea where this is. That's just my best guess. We're going to go with that. 1915 seems reasonable. Let's go. Oh my goodness, it was 1915, and it was Switzerland. It was just on the other side of Switzerland. Swiss soldiers unloading wagons in Fluelen during World War I. Switzerland remained neutral but heavily fortified itself in case of an invasion. That's exactly what I said. So it was just on the opposite. No, not even the opposite. It was just in the middle of Switzerland. The eastern half of Switzerland, just past the halfway point. Man, not bad. Not bad. We got 9,300 points. Not sneezing at that. I'm also super proud of myself for getting the year dead on. All right, let's go to, oh my goodness, final round, Brazil winning the World Cup. Oh, what year? What year did... This is a... is this in the U.S.? Rose Bowl. It is in the U.S., so this had to be 94, I think. I think 94 is when the U.S. hosted the World Cup. U.S. will be hosting it again next year in 2026. But I think it was 94 the last time they hosted. That seems right to me. 16. No. Okay, if it was in 94, then it would have been 98, 2002, 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, 22, 26. Yeah. It was 94, and it's at the Rose Bowl, which puts it in LA, right? Rose Bowl's in LA, I think. Oh, is it? It sounds right. It's definitely in California somewhere, I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong about that, that's gonna be laughable. I don't want to spend a ton of time searching for it. This video is already long enough, I think. Okay, where might I find the Rose Bowl? There's California, Irvine. Glendale, Pasadena. Keep zooming in. It's got to show up somewhere, right? Where's like Dodger Stadium? There's the Hollywood Bowl, the Hollywood sign, Griffith Observatory. So we're zoomed in enough that we should be able to see something like the Rose Bowl. There's SoFi Stadium. Watts Towers. How far can I zoom out? And okay, it disappears there. Okay, at this zoomage, we see Watts Towers. But SoFi's disappeared now, yeah? Oh, brother. In one more. There's SoFi Stadium. Okay. Where, I can make the map bigger? Even bigger? No, that's as big as it'll go. Where is the Rose Bowl? I honestly don't know. Also not seeing the Coliseum anywhere. Anaheim, Santa Ana. I think I'm too far south at this point. I really don't know. Oh, it just went tiny there. The Queen Mary, don't care. Torrance, Gardenia, Compton. I really feel like the Rose Bowl must be somewhere around USC, right? That's the Coliseum. The Coliseum is there. Where was the Rose Bowl? It's got to be somewhere in this part. There's Dodger Stadium. It's got to be somewhere. I don't even know, man. Okay. I'm going to guess it's somewhere in this area. Okay. I've spent enough time on this. The guess, it was 1994. The Rose Bowl is way up here by Pasadena. Okay. There we go. Rose Bowl Flea Market. All right. Let's get the final score. How did we do? 45,000, almost 46,000. So we did quite well. We did really, really, really quite well. I'm excited about that. Almost 46,000. Oh, man. That was a fun game. So many interesting pictures. My favorite picture was definitely the picture in Warsaw. And that really makes me sad that I talked myself out of guessing Warsaw. We would have been over 46,000 easily if I'd done that properly. But hey, yeah. We had like World War I picture in Switzerland. We had 1938 just before the Second World War kicked off in Berlin. Also mid-30s in Poland. We had the 1994 World Cup. We had some very interesting protest protecting Sacred Mountain in Hawaii. Genuinely an interesting game. I really enjoyed that. If you did as well, smash that like button. Jump down in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you are subscribed. I will see you in the next one, and you have an absolutely amazing day.